In the last video, I built this 16 at 16 giant perimeter, so I can build the biggest creeper farm in my hardcore world. But why? Because of this mob despawn sphere, that hostile mobs can't spawn out of this sphere. And yeah, you can see this sphere is so big. The hardest part about this creeper farm is this perimeter, that we already done it in the last video. But before we build this farm, we have to find the best mechanism for the most efficient farm we are looking for. We are going to use a very simple mechanism. First we place a boat into the dispenser, then we activate it, and now you can see every creeper we spawn gets into the boat. On top of that, creeper head is outside the block. Now what good does this to us? If we replace these blocks above with a portal, this way every mob spawned will go to the nether. Even we spam doing this. And then in the nether we can kill them in different ways. Now that we understand how it works, we need to gather all the items we need. Let's start with the first item, 5 shulker box building blocks. By the way, before I go collect the items, let me show you how many diamonds we got from the previous episode. Even though I was AFK 95% of the time the device was on, I managed to collect this amount of diamonds in just 5% of my time, which I think is great. We have a lot of stones here for the building blocks. We will convert 4 shulker boxes of these into stone bricks. Okay, that's done. Now we need 4 shulker boxes of buttons. Bro, buttons need to cost less more stones. Hang the word, these are the same. That's done. Now we need 3 shulkers of trapdoors. I hope we have extra wood in our wood farm. We have some, but I don't know if it's enough, so we have to go and craft them. We still want another shulker, so it looks like we need to do some AFK. Okay, that's done. Now we need 2 shulkers of obsidian, which luckily I have here. Now we came to a difficult item. We need the shulker of spickles. These. I don't remember if there was a farm for this or not, but I want to see if I can make one for it. We need some sticky pistons, some repeater, redstone torch, block of redstone, ice instead of water, dispenser, and some observers. And actually we need some bone meal, I think. I'm gonna build it here. Okay, now let's see if we over here. After about 5 minutes, we not only got a shulker, but also a few more stacks. Now we need like 15 stacks of ice. There are a lot of ice here, so let's grab all of them. Now we need 10 stacks of glass, so let me see if I have it. No. I have a lot of sand, so I'll take a couple of shulkers of it and I'll come and put them here until it's ready. Okay, the glass is ready, but we also want 8 stacks of tinted glass, which is made from amethyst shard and glass. That's done. Now we need 8 stacks of dispensers. As you know, making a dispenser is one of the hardest things to do. We don't have that much string, so I have to AFK on my spider farm for 4 hours. I made this amount of bow with about half the strings. These have cobblestone in them and the redstones I have in my hand. So let's craft them. There are too many other items, and if I keep going like this, the video will be too long. So now let's go collect the items for the storage. The storage we are gonna build is going to store the items with shulkers, because this farm produces about 160,000 items per hour. About the size of the shulkers you see here. So now let's go collect the items for this storage. 5 stacks of chest, 5 stacks of hopper, redstone, sticky piston, observer, slab, repeater, ice, composter, comparator, power rail, redstone block, rail, detector rail, amethyst catalyst, note block, activator rail, cauldron, honey, lava dropper, lever, mud, slime block, hopper minecarts, and some scaffoldings. For the boards I showed you earlier, we need a lot of wood, which I think we have in our wood farm. So then, craft them whenever we need them. And since we are going to store all the items in the shulker, we need a lot of shulkers, which we don't have. So I took a bag of shulkers, which I have some extra in my ender chest, and we're going to go to the shulker farm we have. I hope it hasn't been broken in the new version. So let's go to the end, and I'll stay here AFK for 1 night until the morning, until we collect the amount we want. All the items we wanted were collected, and these are the shulkers you see. Now we have to take everything and move it to where we are going to build our farm. Now we need to turn the chunk borders, then go to the corner. There are 16 chunks here, so the middle one is the 8th chunk. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. These 4 blocks are the center point here. Well, we have to build our farm here. But first, I want to come here and organize my things. Okay, we've sorted all this out, and by the way, I'll put the link to the tutorial for this farm in the description so you can make it too for yourself. Okay, first we are going to put a block up here, and now we need to fill in 31 blocks on its side. Now that our platform is ready, it's time to dig a hole every 2 blocks. Now we need to place the dispensers facing up into each of these holes. Now we need to put a boat inside each of these and then put ice on them. So now we have to break each of these ices and then replace them with the leaves. And so we have a waterlogged leaf. Now we need to take our pickles and put 4 on each of these. So now that we've done that, we have to do one of the hardest things on this farm. We're going up 2 blocks and now we need to make a trapdoor roof for the entire platform. So now we need to come and put a stair in front of each of these holes. Now we need to come and get our obsidians and place 20 of them. We'll repeat the same thing here. Now we'll take a block and place another row between these two. Now we'll give it 3 blocks of height and then we make a roof. Just like this. And now we have to do this portal process for each row. And now we need to place a block on each of these trapdoors. Now we'll take a distance of 5 blocks on each side and fill in the space between them, making it completely dark inside. Now we are making an infinity water here and then fill the buckets we have and empty them into these stairs. Now we need to put carpet on the stairs and button on the other blocks. Now you have to come down there and let's put each of these buttons and activate them, and this way a boat will be placed. You just have to be careful not to hit these boats at the same time. I place all the boats and then mark the center point of our farm. Now I need to write down the coordinates of this block I'm standing on. I need these coordinates for the part inside the nether, but now I think we need to do something else for this overworld part. That is, we need to place titan glass all around this farm. Now we need to grab our flint and steel because we want to go to the nether. Now I have to light up all these portals. Now I have to go to one of these portals that I'm choosing the middle one. I hope everything is okay. First of all, we have to destroy this portal and then we'll go to the nether roof. Now we need to divide the coordinates we wrote down by 8 and then we go to the coordinates we got. Now we place 45 scaffolding on this block and then we make a portal. And to keep you from getting bored, I'll show you the rest of the nether part in a time lapse. The storage is finally done. You can see that is massive. I have to fill this chest with shulkers. Now we need to turn on the storage, which can be turned on from here. The storage is now working and we can go and get the test from the farm. But before that, my mob switch is on and I need to turn it off. Now let's go to the farm. I'll come to the AFK spot and I spawn a player so I can show you the nether side at the same time. Okay guys, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, look at this. That's like a waterfall. There's so much creepers here. I'm really enjoying seeing them dying. Oh wait, why the storage is not working? Okay, now let's go AFK for like 15 minutes so we can see how much it produces. After 15 minutes, let's see how much we got. Guys, this is just 15 minutes of AFK. This farm is crazy. Be sure to tell me what I can do with all this compoter and see you soon in the next video.